I'm going to go completely out of my comfort zone and try something I thought I never, ever would try. Duck nails. So the reason why I'm trying them is because I didn't like square nails when I first saw them, and I wore them for 28 years. Then I saw the almond, meh, but I love them. Stilettos, those are weird. Those are extreme, but I love stilettos. So I'm gonna try the duck nails because I'm gonna try to find the good in them. So I got these on Amazon, actually. And I thought I would give them a try. Oh, just looking at them. Why do I not like them is because when we put nails on, for me, I always focused on making them look long and slender. They're to elongate the hand, to make it look more feminine or softer or pretty or delicate. So this is just going the opposite direction. One thing I can see right away is for nail art, there's a lot of nail estate there. I can appreciate that. If I've seen 1,000 duck nails, I've only liked 1 or 2 sets.
I got a question. Why is it called a duck nail?
Oh, well, I'm assuming because it's flared out at the end like a little duck bill.
A duck bill or a duck foot.
Sure. Either way. Does a duck bill kind of go out like that? Or maybe it is the duck feet?
I don't know.
I never
We
really
should
looked
research
that
this,
closely
I
at a duck.
suppose.
Yeah.
We do this all the time.
I'm just so focused on this.
Yeah.
Now, I've been around a long time. I've been doing nails since the mid-'80s. And duck nails weren't a thing. They became a thing. And here's my take on how it happened. Back in the day, you put a form on and you build it out. But the forms we had back then were just these tiny little gold and black horseshoe-styled forms. Not like the ones we have today. The ones we have today, we put them on and we bring them around, we stick them together to get that nice narrow, see, the narrow look. But back then, the forms didn't really come around and we didn't have the knowledge of sticking them together yet. We kind of bent it a little, tried to make it narrow. So when it sat on the finger, it flared out. And when we put the product on, the product flared out. So new sets, we called them new sets because they were the first set you got. They would always be a bit flared, but it was only after your natural nail grew in, they started to look more natural. That's because the product would follow the line of the natural nail as the natural nail got longer. So the form was flared out, and that's where we got this flared look. And it was not desired. It was not, we didn't try to get it. It just kind of happened because of the way the form was designed. Then we started pinching the form a little bit to try to make it a little bit more narrow. We started to realize, we have a little control over the form here. So we started pinching it in. Then the pinching idea came in, and then we were making them more narrow. And it was kind of going away, the flared look. We get it more narrow right out of the gate, right from the new set. But there was some people that liked that look. And sometimes mistakes people learn to like. So that's what I believe happened with that's my take on it, because I was there in the 80s. So we have the duck nail, and it's taken off, and there's a whole bunch of people that just love it. I never appreciated it, but today I'm going to give it a good, honest try. So I'm going to prepare my nail right now to be able to, I'm just going to show you how I would put them on. We'll go from there. You know what I love about education? It doesn't have to mean airports or hotels. I believe the best education happens when you're comfortable in your own space. Your hair up, coffee in hand, even in your pajamas if you want. Saturday, December the 6th, I'm hosting a 4-hour live Zoom nail class. Just 10 seats though. But the best part? It's interactive, real-time face-to-face. Ask me anything nails. We'll discuss your nail issues. Join me right from your own home while I show you how to save time on the nail fill, the new sets, or removals. Those really take a lot of time, but they don't have to. Remember, when we work more efficiently, when you're a pro, we make more money. If you're DIY, we get the job done faster. Let me show you face-to-face how to file more efficiently, hand file or e-file with both. Understanding your nail bits and how to use them makes a huge difference. You're gonna love the results. So if you want real interaction, real feedback, and real results, this is the small class learning experience you're looking for. Only 10 seats. Cozy up, log in, and let's learn together. Go to nailcareer.com or use the link below. Okay, so I'm gonna put a mask on because, well, protect your lungs, right? Okay, so I'm going to file off the product that I have because when you put a tip on, you don't want to have any product on there, right? And I'm going to glue these on. I'm going to use glue. I don't like that either. So I got a couple layers of gel polish on here. And a layer of something. I can't remember what's on here. Just going to peel that right off. Okay, we're getting down to it now. Now, whenever you're applying a tip and you have previous product on, make sure you take it down as really, really thin, especially on the sides near the free edge and the cuticle zone. If you leave some product in here, it's not as crucial, but you definitely want to take it away from the sides and the cuticle zone. Actually, this tip is a half well, so the most important area is right here. Okay. That's pretty short. I've got almost all the product off. That's okay. Okay, so now we're going to fit the tip. I just picked these up on Amazon, and I got the half well, so I have a little bit of sculpting to do. So I'm just going to fit which one would fit. And how you fit a half well is usually at the edge of your fingernail, like the free edge.
Yeah, let's see the shape of these nails.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Oh, that's interesting. So, yeah, okay, it gets wider. And people are looking for that, eh?
Yes, some people like it. I mean, like I say, every set I've seen, I never liked. Yeah. But there was a couple that I saw were actually kind of cute. I wish I took a picture of it. But,
guess it depends on the design, what you do with it, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And like I say, shapes are an acquired taste. I never liked square. I never liked stiletto or almond. But let's give it a try. So the idea of a half well is this. It's like slightly thinner. It's like a little thinner zone here that you're sticking to the nail. So we are going to stick. That's not a bad size. I'm doing it to the free edge. You can see the secondary line there. You can line it up. Now, people are doing all sorts of things I've seen. And with tips, you could probably do this. I don't really know if I see the big deal about this. I know we're not supposed to change some things, but these you can. So some people are grabbing tips and putting them on this way and cutting the end off, or putting them on, or taking these and putting them all the way down to the cuticle, and or cutting them off like this. If they want shorter ones, they just cut it off. Yeah, I don't really know if I see anything problem with that. But so this is designed, though, to have this half well to go on the edge of your finger. And if I do that, I'm going to get quite a curve out of it. Now, you could put it down further, but I don't like that. The further down I put it, this part here of my nail doesn't have the product that I'm going to build the nail with. And I kind of need that to keep the strength, especially if they're long. I'm going to keep them long because, you know, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it. So I'm going to keep them long, and I'm going to adhere it about here. And I'm going to adhere it with glue. So the glue, we're just going to have at the very, very edge. That's what's going to be adhered. Then I'm going to build the nail, the whole thing, with hybrid gel. The reason why this is important is because once you get the glue out and you put the glue on, you don't have any more chances. You got to make sure you glue it. Okay? So I am going to glue it right about there. So I'm just feeling it out, make sure I'm happy with that. Making sure I'm side to side. Yep. Now, I didn't really look up any instructions in particular. Should have, right? But I'm just going to buff the inside of this tip just ever so gently, just to make sure, just in case. Wouldn't hurt it if you're not supposed to do it, but I'm just on a 1, and I'm just ever so gently, nothing major at all. Okay. Now I got some brush on glue. I got 2 because glue always glues itself shut. So I got 2, and I got the brush on. I don't use glue hardly at all, but I've never used a brush on kind. If I've used it at all, it's just been a little, like a drip, pour, drop kind of thing. So I thought I would get the brush on kind. Now with glue, I will tell you, if you're going to glue anything, the least amount you use, the better. The more you use, don't work. I have literally glued nails together, or customers even have, and they've used just a drop, and it glues for like 3 or 4 weeks. But if you use too much, it doesn't seem to stay together. So The tip is use less glue. So I pretty much know where I'm going to put it now. I've practiced it, I've dry runned it, and that's where I'm going to put it. Okay, I just picked up this brush on glue at your local Sally's. That's where I got this one. Okay, again, you've got one shot at this. So I am going to, make sure your nail is clean, dust it off. Maybe wipe the nail with acetone nail polish remover specifically. It's cleaned and it's dried really good. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the end of this tip. I'm just going to put a little bit right there and a little bit at the corners. That may be even too much. And then I'm just going to make sure I place it properly. Yeah, there we go. It just sucked right onto that little natural nail. And I'm just going to hold it until the glue seems to take hold. Now I am pressing into it too. You might be able to see because my fingernail looks a little bit more whitish on the end there. There we go. Yeah, see that? That's holding pretty good. Yep, there we go. We stuck. Okay, so now I'm going to build this up with Hydrogel. I'm going to use my Suzie's Perfect Pink to put on top of this whole thing. But when you do that, I do need to use my bridge. I need to prep the nail exactly as if I was building it up myself, if I used a form or not. And that's why I didn't do before, because if I used my bridge, the glue and the tip wouldn't stick if bridge was on there, which is meant for the Easy Gel or Hybrid Gel. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to prep the nail now. Okay, I'm just going to put my mask on again. Oop, my nail's already in the way. Okay, so I'm just going to buff that natural nail and prepare it. Now I always usually brace myself, but this is so long, it's funny. There we go. I'll get into that little corner there. So I'm just buffing up the natural nail. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. Now, sometimes we have a little well like that, we will smooth it out. But in this case, I'm going to build over top a nice apex with my Hybrid Gel, so I don't think we really need to buff that out. If you want a seamless look and you're going more clear, you might want to do that, but I'm not going to bother doing that. Okay, and so I do kind of want to buff over the rest because I'm going to probably add the Hybrid Gel over top of the whole thing. So I'm just going to take my sanding sponge here, and I'm just going to, it'd be easier to do it this way than buff with the e-file. It's just easier to hand file at this point. It's so different, even just filing it. Shaping it is gonna, well, it's already shaped, but it just goes against the opposite way, eh? Look at that. I mean, I won't say it's growing on me, but I'm not hating as much when I started. Okay. Now I'm just gonna wipe away some dust. Oh, it is long. Now, the reason why I do suggest you want to put something over top of it, if you're just going to glue these on and just like smooth it out as much as you can and maybe put a little something in there to smooth it out and just have fun with them for the weekend. Don't expect they're going to last very long. But if you want more time out of these, like a few weeks, you want to put something harder over top. In this case, I'm going to put my Easy Gel. You could put hard gel or even acrylic. But I'm just going to put my Easy Gel over top to give it some strength and structure because look at this. I mean, look at that. You don't want that. I don't want that kind of flexibility. That's going to blow for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to put my bridge on, and bridge is a product that adheres between the natural nail and the product. So with this product, once you buff the nail, you want to massage it into the nail, get into those little crevices and whatnot. Now, this product also is excellent for adhesion between different types of products. So I can paint over top of the whole tip so that if I'm using gel or hybrid gel, they're going to adhere between the two much better than if I didn't use this. So I'm going to put it on. Okay. Now I'm going to give this a 60-second cure. I'm going to lift my light because it's just easier to do a thumb in that case. Oh, bad nail technician. I actually didn't close the glue completely. The reason why you have to do that is because glue dries in the air. So you want this to be airtight. Maybe that's why when I go to use them, they're not working.
You don't use glue very often, do you?
Well, over the years, sometimes if a client has a broken nail, it's a great idea to take a little drop of glue and glue it together before you work on it. Oh. So that's the only time in the past I've used it. But if you don't close it, it dries from the air. So if you leave it open, it just ruins it. Bad. Okay, so we all cured up. And now I'm just going to put my hybrid gel over top. But I have to open this up here. This is my new color. Now, Tex, we always love to get a new color of something. Nail polish, glitter, gel. New colors. It's just like Christmas for us.
What's it called?
Suzie's Perfect Pink, because it's perfect. Okay, now this is hybrid gel, so I'm going to get me hybrid gel brush. Got a new one here. Oh, I panicked for a second. When you like I said, when you glue it on, you better make sure you do it right. I didn't even look to see if it's straight. But it is. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. That would be embarrassing. Okay, I'm just going to start with the cuticle area. You can do it in one big blob if you want, but I wouldn't suggest that when you're going to start with the cuticle area. So I'm just going to put that guy down there. I work with 70% alcohol, and that's what I dab onto the brush to make sure that it glides between the product and the brush. And just a little tip for you if you're looking for it. See how thin I make that there? I get the product really close to the cuticle. And I make it quite thin, put it real close, real thin close. And then I go in with my brush like at a real strong angle, not flat anymore, but now I turn it on an angle and just sort of see if I can melt it between the cuticle and the product to become really thin. So it just sort of melts in there without touching anything. It's just a great way to get a flawless cuticle. I do that with acrylic, hard gel, and hybrid gel. See that? Me happy with that. I think this side could be a bit smoother, but it's pretty good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna feather that away. I don't know why, just because I can. But I'm gonna nuke that now because I really want my cuticle to stay, ooh, watch this. I really want my cuticle to stay exactly where it was. It doesn't really move, but if I'm leaning over too far to do a side or something, it could move a tiny little bit. And in the world of nails, tiny can be everything. So just gonna give it a bit of a nuke. Oh, that is a pretty pink. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a big blob and I'm gonna put it on near the apex area. And I'm gonna bring it over top of the whole thing. So the whole nail has this color. It's a really pretty color, I love it. This might not be big enough, but that's okay, we can keep adding. Okay, I'm just gonna plop that right on there. And I'm just going to bring it over top of the whole nail. Almost like a super thick coat of gel or nail polish. I just want to bring it over top of this whole thing and make it nice and even. You can do this with acrylic, hard gel. I wouldn't do it with BIABs because they're not designed for this kind of length. They're just not strong enough. But hard gel, hybrid gel as I'm doing, and acrylic, all good. Okay, so I'm just bringing it over top of the nail. I mean, you can make this so particularly smooth and even. There's going to be very little filing, which is, of course, what we want to try to do, because we're not sculpting it from scratch like on a form. you think of the shape, Cameraman?
Wild.
It's pretty weird, isn't it?
Bold.
I still don't know if I'm trying to like it, but I just don't think.
Well, we'll see.
I am appreciating the nail estate, though. I'm really appreciating that. I can nuke this if I want in between, but I'm just going to put some on the end here. I mean, I'm already trying to think of some nice designs for it. I mean, that is a lot of nail estate. The design that I saw that I liked was a French. And I think I liked it because the designer was probably using the French, like a very long, strong, smiley smile line, and that made it more slender looking, maybe. Maybe that's why I liked it. This is a long one, though. I do like long nails. I don't like short duck. Have you seen the short ones? You wouldn't have seen them, Cameraman.
No,
but
I wouldn't.
No, I don't like those at all. Okay, need to add a little bit more on the corner. Remember, I'm really just doing this too because I want more strength on this long of a nail. And if you're having trouble trying to get your Hybrid-Gel on there, nuke it in between. It was trouble because one's sticky. It's still sticky. I didn't nuke this yet. So sometimes you can disturb the previous, what you've done. Okay, so this is pretty much what, filing can fix any of the little rough edges here, which I always recommend you're going to file. I'm going to put that away, and I'm going to put my brush over here because I don't want to nuke it. But I'm going to give this a nuke, a full 60-second nuke, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of patchwork, or maybe just double check my arch and make sure that the apex is correct. Because it's a long nail. I want to really respect that apex. I don't want these to break. So because I want to pay attention to that apex, I am going to dial it back a bit toward the cuticle and give it some strength back there. So I'm going to put this right back here. See, I'll just show it to you sideways. See where I put that placement on there? That's really important. And you see this little gap here? I'm going to bring that right down over here and make sure that I've grabbed a hold of those stress point sides to make sure it doesn't break. See that? I want to make sure it comes all the way down for strength. And this side, actually that side's pretty good. That side's really good, but I'm going to bring it over a little bit right about there to make sure that I've caught that apex. I'm just going to make sure I've got down that far. So I make sure that I catch. I don't have to go right to the edge. It's pretty good there. But this side, I had to go all the way down to make sure that I caught that one side. Okay, so I'm just making sure that the apex is right enough back there so it's nice and strong. So it's going to be bumpy and lumpy, but that's the way it is. You never want to apply Hybrid-Gel, or gel in particular. Hard gel can really fool you by putting it on and thinking that it's nice and smooth. It's not. You always have to file it. Even the best experts in the world have to file their hard gel a little bit before they top coat it. That's looking pretty good. Okay, let's give it a nuke. So when you finish nuking it, just take some alcohol, your 70% alcohol, and just remove the sticky off there, just like gel polish or hard gel or anything like that. Wow, look at that. That is long. Now I'm going to file.
Long.
What's that?
Really long.
Yeah, no, it is really long, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love long nails because I'm going to file. I'm going to make sure you put your lid on your easy gel or whatever you're using. And I'm just going to clean off the gel off of my brush and the paddle. And I'm just going to put the lids on. Okay, I'm going to put my mask back on. I really do strongly suggest that you wear a mask or have some sort of ventilation and a fan. The fans are great too. We don't use one here because it's really, really loud. I do have a fan actually that blows anything away, but I always wear the mask anyway, just because you could be kind of close and you don't want to breathe it in. Okay, so I am going to switch to my bulk and sculpt because I'm going to be doing some shaping. Now I don't have to do a ton, but I just want to make it nice and smooth. It's very different kind of filing for me. It's a whole new shape I have to get used to. So again, it's no different. You want to make the surface quite smooth, so you're going over top of the whole surface, back and forth, getting rid of any high point, and you want it to match any low point, which makes a super smooth nail. Now, because of its length and shape, it's going to be advantageous to use the hand file as well. Just going to get this under here. It gets spilled over a little bit on the side. Now my brain is really trained to want to narrow those sides and make them straight or in. So I have to really focus on leaving those sides alone. I can smooth the sides, but I don't want to change the sides. Which might be best now for the hand file. I don't use this move very much at all. I am just doing it because I want to just take away taking away any bulk on the side. I'm going to go back and forth, make sure I'm keeping that shape of this shape, kind of like a little round crescent moon shape. But that's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to attack it with the hand file now. Okay. And I'm going to get my medium. Now here's where I have to be careful that I'm not going to taper it in at all. I want to keep that out there. I think that's going to be the hardest task, is making sure that the sides are quite smooth. I'm going to try my sanding sponge to make sure I get this area really smooth in here, because that's going to drive me nuts if I don't. So I love this hand file here because it's going to shape and smooth it without changing the shape. And that's kind of what I want to do. I'm trying to get rid of the bulk on the side part. Now, take a look. I have to, sometimes feeling it, you can really, I need to have a little bit. I'm going to use my coarse, and I'm going to see if I can smooth this out. I'm going to just smooth it out with the harder, taking away more product. Just a little bit more product needs to be taken away. Again, not changing the shape. I really want to keep that shape. I'm going to square it up a bit more. Ooh! That feels funky. I'm going to have to hold it. See how I'm going to cross my fingers over top of it because I'm working on myself. If I was working on a customer, I would take it this way and I would hold it this way if I'm going to file the end. So with just me, I'm going to brace this here, push this one here, and I'm going to squeeze these two fingers together with my nail in between.
Gets a lot of leverage at that length, I guess, eh?
Yeah,
puts
exactly.
A lot of pressure on the nail plate.
Yeah. So when you go like this, it feels really gross if you don't hold it. So by holding it, it allows you to do that without rocking the nail bed back and forth like that, right? Okay, so I'm gonna still keeping the integrity of that flared shape. That's a whole lot of nail. But it does solve one problem, Cameraman.
That.
Is when I do designs on my nail, because I don't have a very wide nail bed, this does give you a lot more nail estate for a lot of cool designs.
Right.
I mean, you could draw scenery on there.
Big canvas, yeah, panoramic.
Yeah.
See a beautiful valley with a river running through it. Yeah.
With a little cabin and the mountains in the background.
Yeah.
Think of the Christmas designs. Christmas is coming. Think of the Christmas designs. Oh my goodness. Are we going to start to see flared nails on me channel?
Maybe.
Oh.
A whole new style for you.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you know what's crooked? Did you see that, Cameraman?
It's crooked?
Yeah, just a little bit here. Okay, respect the flare. Ah! Oh, it's so long, I keep catching it. Okay, I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm just getting picky now. Okay, what do you think, Cameraman?
It's looking good. I like the color.
Color's beautiful. I mean, that's...
The shape is cool. I'm not used to that, but I like it.
Wow. That's a nail.
I think it's when you want to put big things in designs. And so the feature is like all the space you have. So it's the stuff on there, not the nail itself. I mean,
Yeah.
Do they wear them just with a single color?
I've seen a lot more with the French.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with bows and stuff. It's really quite pretty. Some people really, depends on the quality of the artist and the.
Yeah.
But some of it is really quite beautiful work. Look how much nail estate there. That's amazing to work with that. Okay. I think I'm going to do the other 4. Okay, Cameraman. Get ready.
Okay.
Okay, well, I did it. I just realized this is the first time I have ever done a full one hand of long flare. I did one short flare, but I've never done a whole hand in the long flare. Wow. Look at that nail estate.
Wow.
Gotta appreciate that. I still don't like it, but I don't hate it. That's the difference now. Because I can appreciate. I still got a nice slender look through here, and it just widens out at the end. Right? Okay, let's get some top coat on them. Okay, I just want to get all the dust. Well, the cuticles are going to be kind of dry, but don't worry about that. We're going to get some oil on them after the top coat. You don't want to put the oil on before the top coat because it'll ruin your top coat, so. While
you're filing, I took a look, and the shape is based on the foot, the duck foot.
Right, not the duck bill.
The bill.
Right, okay. Do duck bills widen out?
I don't know.
Oh, I know Donald Ducks do. That's the only duck I really know, right?
A cartoon.
So, yeah, his comes out, but I guess real ducks don't really do that.
Yeah,
if I think
that's
what
what ChatGPT told me. So.
Right. So that makes sense, yeah. Okay, so it's the feet. Why anybody would think that they want duck nails to resemble a duck, I don't know.
You can take your mask off now, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so to be honest with you, I kind of need to raise it up a bit because the nail is kind of curving down a little bit and hitting the table. Because they do look at the sideways angle. See that? They got a bit of a curve. Let's get some top coat on them. Okay, again, don't be worried about those cuticles. We'll get rid of all that dust there. Okay. I am loving the color, I will say. I'll tell you, you need quite a bit of polish. That is a ton of surface area to cover. Usually when I'm going this long, I'm going like the almond, so it's to a point, right? But this. So make sure you got a full bottle of polish because you're gonna need it. Oh, it's pretty when you shine it up, isn't it? Don't cut your ends short here. Make sure you go all the way off the end. It's pretty when it's nice and shiny, isn't it? Can't wait to do those cuticles. Okay, let's get that thumb done. Look at that, one swoop, as in I didn't have to go back for any more polish, just did it in one. Okay, now I'm gonna give him, oh, don't hit him. There's so much surface area. Make sure you don't hit it when you go into your lamp. Okay, I'll get some oil on them, and I think, let's take a look at some pictures. Now the oil, I'm gonna put the oil on, but take a look at the photos. My first flared duck nail. Okay, well, I don't love it, but I don't hate it as much. Maybe because I've done the new color and tried to make them look long, but whew, that's a whole lot of nail. I mean, it does make me want to put some nail art on it. I really want to decorate it because it's just screaming for it, don't you think? What do you think, cameraman?
Well, there's a lot of opportunity there.
I think so too. Maybe that's why those who love it for that reason, because there's so much nail estate. I really appreciate that. But I think it does scream nail art, and I understand now why you do want to put nail on it, because the canvas here is just too much to pass up. So I do love that aspect of it. It's pretty cool. Okay, well, thanks for joining me with my journey with my flared nail, or my newfound appreciation for the flared nail. Thanks for watching.